So the first committee hearing for a bill that could potentially affect up to 50% of young people in California is on Tuesday. And do you want to know how many newspapers have written about it? Only one! So if you haven't figured it out already, I'm talking about SB 170 again. This is a bill in the state of California, which is where I live and where I grew up, which would lower the age that kids are allowed to testify in family court cases from 14 to 10. I personally believe that this bill would do more harm than good. And if you want to hear more about my thoughts on this bill, I will put a link in the cards to a video that I made about 2 months ago. Honestly, what annoys me the most about this bill is the fact that it's not coming from the community. It's not coming from adult children of divorce who have actually grown up in the system and who want to do something about it. It's coming from special interest groups that were founded by parents who are upset with the system. But what makes this so much worse is the fact that only one newspaper in the entire state of California has written an article about this bill, which means that despite the fact that this bill, if passed, would affect thousands and thousands and thousands of people in California, no one is really going to know about it. I made a video about this 2 months ago, got a fair number of views. I also reached out to a bunch of newspapers in California. I also reached out to people who have written about these sorts of issues in the past, and you know what I got? Absolutely nothing. I'm just honestly so frustrated right now. It just feels like no one cares about kids. No one cares about young people, especially young people who are children of divorce. I'm an ACOD, that's what my life was for 10 years, for most of my childhood, and I know how much it can affect you. It still affects me to this day, and I personally know that if this bill was in place when I was a kid, it would have caused so many problems for me. It would have caused me to be intimidated and coerced, and people would be trying to manipulate me into saying things that I didn't really want for myself. In theory, this bill seems like a pretty good idea. It seems like something that would give young people a voice, but in actuality, there's so many things that could go wrong, and I think that people need to be informed. So if there are any journalists watching this, please run a story on this. It is so important. It will affect so many people. I've really tried to raise awareness about this, but there aren't really any major organizations that represent the views of adult children of divorce. There's no one that I can really go to, and unfortunately, I have class the day of the hearing, so I won't be able to speak in Sacramento. But if any of you are going to the hearing, please try to speak, please try to share your opinions, because this bill is really important and it can really have an impact. Hopefully it'll get some coverage after this first hearing. I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say in this video. Click here to subscribe, click here to check out my most recent video. I love you all so much. Stay awesome, and I'll see all of you very soon with a new video. Goodbye.